I started talking, and I realized I'm losing my voice. I mean, I'm yelling, I'm saying F word, F word, F word. I said 3 F words. I go, oh, what scares me is that you may not get these actual things because it says on a warning that it has to be kid-friendly or something. I know they're going to try to hold it back. It's always something like that. Maybe what I'm saying is, because I'm so angry. First off, you're my soulmate, so I'm stuck. You get 12 soulmates on Earth when you're here, okay? This is a fact. 12 soulmates, all you get. I used one with Natalie Goth. That's the only one I really needed. So I interplaced that with being married, and she said, I'll give you 3, that's it. So because Geraldine got the divorce, and normally it didn't count really. It does count. You always like, and I'm like, obviously, no, that was played by real. Because I always say that because then he has to bend the rules for me. I won't. I did my 25 years of hell. I did on Earth. I'm done. It's proven. And he's like, you got it. And I'm backing you. Now it's turning on him. The right eye is going to be done. We know that. I've accepted it, but not darkness and cut out. Then I will really have 2 dimensions. I won't be able to fly and get on my motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I grew up on them. I love them. I so badly want you and I to buy a couple Harleys, teach you how to ride. Go for a ride. I'm scared right now. Be careful, but it's still doable. But in December, it won't be. And he said the eye will die. It's dying, and it's the end of it, and we're just going to cut it out. So the operation to save the eye so it doesn't have to die, and it doesn't come out, is extremely difficult. And it has to be done right away. And you are just dragging your feet, and I'm just telling you the way it got put up in the Mother Earth. And then Kristen just basically said tonight, yesterday and today, we're all just trying to figure this out. And there's nothing in the world that would tell me that you can't call me again. You called me once before. You're on the phone with me then. See, I can't contact you. I have to follow these laws, these rules. Let's say I call the Secret Service and beg them to contact you. And I'm sure he would do that as a courtesy, but I just don't think that's the way to go. I don't know if he'll do it. I almost can swear to you he won't. Because this is an ongoing investigation of COVID-19 things that he's realizing. Because, Megan, it's intent. There is so much more you are guilty of you would never believe because you just don't know it. You always lawyers say this, the judges say this. Hey, too bad. It's exactly how they say it, and this is what Kelly will say because Kelly is FBI. She's going to say, hey, not my problem you know the laws. You seem like you know them about now because you are doing it right now. On your thing today, talking about cults. Like, so you better know something, Meg. You can't act like you know something and don't know something. Kelly will bury you on this. Bury you. There won't even be a possibility of you getting out of this. Tonight, y'all, Shiva is my sister, okay? She's here. She thought she was going in the body. I don't know who Shiva really is. Who she was going. This is what you always try to do. Get into a body to bring to me. It is Shakira. Okay, she's 5 foot tall, but that's my sister, and she has knowledge of someone being murdered in her circle. She hasn't turned the person in yet, and that's what's holding us back. And Shakira. And then when I talked to her, Shiva again, she said, "I'm not sure I want to come in that direction because she's not good." I said, fine. She says Dallas. She talks about me. She loves me. But she made a real porno on video online. When I researched her, because I remember I first met her. The first time I ever saw her one time, I thought, oh wow, that's my soulmate, and I thought it was. I could have married Shiva. I could marry any goddess I want to. And it was her, and it really was her. And she told me that when Michael Wheeler Rankin died, she was there helping. Now, this is the spirit side. Like Athena's here on Earth walking around in a body. So is Zeus. And so am I, right? But we have these like 2 or 3 different things around us. That's why Blondie is your reflection of Athena to you. Because she came in on the radio and broke the ohm like your husband did. When you break these ohms and we can record it, I have the actual recording of him saying, I will trade you my wife for the pharmaceutical industry. It had never been that pure before because Zeus allowed it. And I had it recorded on my phone. See, when I'm listening to music on the radio, they change the lyrics all the time, right? It's only the music. It broke through, and I had it on recording. I sent that to Kelly. It was on the open Facebook like this. I kept playing it over and over and over. I kept saying, who is saying that? Who is saying that? It took me like 2 hours because I didn't know. I couldn't see him. And then I saw this video. It was his voice, everything. Unbelievable. I went sideways. I said, Jesus Christ, because I'm recording. I kept those things with me so long until he stole my phone. My laptop got stolen at Santa Rosa when it happened. I had all the laptops. Everything was recorded. I had everything worked. It was so unbelievable, his voice. And I had heard him one time before we interviewed him. And it was him. I listened to that thing 1,000 times over. It was eerie. And that's when Kelly was involved big time, where I could just, get a phone call 30 seconds from her. I called her that day when they take me away from the house. I called Scott too, and this is where they collided. This is why the LAPD got involved. Megan, this is a very hard thing to prove, but it's not now. It's becoming way worse. And when my Uncle Hindu steps in, he's got a water, okay? What that means is hydrogen. He is in charge of water, hydrogen, the 8th one, okay? So there's 7 levels to get into hell, which you've lied 7 times. There are 7 major things in your life that you will broke and have broken and don't realize the FCC guidelines, broken. You have pornography online. A god or goddess can never do that in a million years. Never. They would be shunned. And then you have one of you being in the middle of having anal sex, which then is a double whammy, because in some states that law is on the books. We have to honor that. You can't do that. We have to follow man's law. That's the end of it. That's exactly where Yahweh wins every time, and he's given it back to me, and I say no. But now I said yes. This was a couple of years ago. He said, he told Zeus through me, I couldn't do more with the speed limit. He rolled the car, and you were breaking the speed limit, and you rolled the car, and then I gave you a message, and you brought it back, and I knew you had to do 25 years. And I kept saying, 25 years? This was 2017 he told me that. It hadn't been that long, because I lost Nana K in 97. It was 97, so it was 20 years. He was saying you have 5 more years to go, and I said, Jesus Christ. So I gave up, and I didn't contact Nana K anymore, because I had 5 more years to do. I wasn't stupid. I knew I had to. First he said it was 20 years, but then he kept saying, but Zeus said, no, he's got to do a year for me. And I was like, a year for you? I said, I'm going to jail for a year? And then I realized I had just gone to jail for a year. I was in the county jail for 1 year, twice. They let me out for like a week or two with some special brand new program they'd never done before, ever. Then they put me right back in, but it was 1 year. In solitary confinement, you only got out 45 minutes a day. I was always by myself. And then, and some weeks, you need to go 2, 3, 4 days without getting out. There's no shower, nothing. It was exactly what they do in Cuba.